What's going on, my friends? Dr. Bruce Lund, founder, director of 90 Day Sales Manager, and the host of the Solopreneur Movement podcast. Every single week, I come into your life with some kind of inspiration, some kind of motivation, or more importantly, some kind of strategy to help you go out there as a solopreneur to grow your business. A solopreneur is any individual in the sales world that is in charge of their sales, their service, their marketing, and of course, all of this that we talk about is a mindset. 90+% of your success is attributed to your mindset. And I have a special topic for you today. I want to talk about how to be transformational in a transactional world. And what I mean by that is, I coach a lot of people, and myself included, who work in commoditized industries. And when you work in a commoditized industry, it can be really easy to become jaded. And what I mean by that is so many people come to you and it's very price driven, right? A lot of consumers come to you and they're all about, hey, what's your price? What's the lowest you can go, right? So a commodity is any good or service that is super valuable to the consumer. It's super needed, but it constantly gets driven down by price. You're constantly competing with others based on the price, right? Or you have referral partners who come to you and say, hey, I have all these leads, but what's in it for me, right? What can you give me? Can you pay for my marketing? Can you do this? Can you do that? And so when it comes to being transformational in a transactional world, that's what I mean, is that you are dealing with a lot of transactional people all day, every day. But I truly believe that it should not stop you from being transformational. My personal mission statement was a direct derivative of me going through as a coach and growing my business, which is I chase my own potential. I used to care so much about what other people think. Do they like me? All those kinds of things. And I just realized it's almost overly emotional on my end. It almost drains my energy so much where it really isn't fun anymore when you constantly worry about what other people think about you. And so my whole premise for this is being in the transformation business, even when other people are transactional. As long as you show up every single day and you add the value and you coach other people and you have their best interests out for them, and you really are in the transformation business, which means people come to you one way. They come to you nervous. They come to you scared. They come to you emotional. And you have a unique ability to convert those emotions into something else. When they come to you without clarity, you give them clarity, right? When they come to you confused, you make things easier. So that's really when I say be in the transformation business, that's what I'm really talking about here. Is we coach so many different people from all walks of life, and you have to stay focused on the value that you bring. You have to stay focused on being in the transformation business. Even when you call people and they hang up on you, even after you deliver a service and they go out there and they're a detractor towards your service. As long as you wake up every single day and you chase your own potential and you do what is required of you to be successful and you have the best interest out for other people, right? Because if you care what other people think, then it's going to be awfully difficult for you to go out there and consistently be successful. It's going to be awfully difficult for you every single day to wake up, paint up, and show up and have those positive emotions, right? So that's why so many people talk about practicing gratitude and affirmations. It's because you have to protect your own confidence. You have to protect your own energy. And unfortunately, having been in the coaching business now for a decade of my life, I see so many people who give 80% of their energy to the wrong percentage of people. Right? So when you help enough people get what they want, eventually you're going to get what you want, but you have to go out there and find those people. You have to go out there and find the people who really care about you and want you and need you and appreciate you, right? That's that emotional bank account concept. Relationships should go bankrupt when you constantly deposit into those relationships. And then when you go to withdraw from that relationship after depositing 3, 4, 5 different times and they have nothing to give back to you, that's when those certain relationships should go bankrupt. But I see so many different people who just constantly give and they give and they give. And unfortunately, they're giving to the wrong people, the people who don't really appreciate what they bring to the equation, right? And I think about this from an actual applicable standpoint for you. One of the things that we coach our people to do is pump out a newsletter every single week with some kind of value add. It could be educational. It could be entertainment. It could be something that's going on in your market. It could be something that's going on in your industry. And so many people that I coach is they'll go look at their email numbers and they'll focus only on who unsubscribed versus focusing on who opened it, who clicked on it, who got some kind of value on it, right? They'll focus on the 17% of people who unsubscribed or whatever that percentage is. And so it's natural for us in our DNA to focus on the wrong people and the wrong behaviors and the wrong things. So as long as you're trying to be transformational in this transactional world, then that's all we can care about. You know, my coach taught me a long time ago, some will, some won't, so what, who's next? Some will believe what you believe, some won't, so what? There are 7 billion people on the planet. Continue to be transformational, even to the transactional people who aren't sewing into you, who aren't buying into you. And what you have to learn, what you have to realize is after 90 days, when you have these clients and these people in your life, then do a personal autopsy and really ask yourself, is this somebody who I want to keep in my legacy? Is this somebody who I really want to keep with me inside of my database? So that's my message for you out there. Continue to be transformational in a transactional world. A lot of you work in these commoditized industries where it can be very easy to feel like you are transactional by nature. And transactional simply means, you know, when somebody's done with your services, somebody's done with that relationship, then they can discard you and move on to the next thing. All right. So my whole premise here is it should not stop you from trying to be transformational, but stop being transformational as soon as somebody proves to you that they really aren't buying into you. Stop sowing into and giving all your good energy to the wrong people, right? And then giving your good energy to the people who matter the most, right? That's a concept called crumbs. And crumbs is simply, you know, I coach so many different people who are top producers, and they give and they give and they give all day to their business. And they almost never shut it off. And then they get home to their kids and to their loved ones, and they give their leftover crumbs to the people who really matter the most. So this is why I believe everybody needs a coach in life. This is why I believe you constantly have to fill up your cup in order to fill up other people's cups. But more importantly, specific to this concept, this topic today, and for this week, is you need to stay focused on being transformational in a transactional world. I hope you have a great week. We'll talk to you soon.